Finley is? I can't find Finley.
Kurtzler's turn. Honestly, not really. He always comes back.
What do you mean he always comes back?
He always comes back.
Finley, where are you?
No, don't
I,
call for him. He's obviously doing something important.
Can I hear them yelling from outside the shop?
I think you're pretty preoccupied doing what you're doing.
I'll just turn to Rin. I'll be like, it's either a woman or a man. I don't judge, honestly. I've known Finley for a very long time. He always comes back. We should deal with the issue at hand.
I'm certain he's come back before, but I don't know if he's come back before after being in a town full of cultists. It's not necessarily be the safest place to venture off to wet your whistle. Where the hell is he?
Kurtz will hold up a hand. You may not believe in Finley Shenanigan the way I do. But trust me, Finley Shenanigan has saved my life just as many times as I've saved his. Trust him. And let's deal with the issue at hand. Finley, please take it away. It is your turn.
Okay. I think probably about this time I would have made my way back from around the back of the store, come around the side, like eating what I have left of my honeycomb. Just nonchalantly walking up, be like, to be quite honest, I started walking, and this honeycomb is quite distracting. What the hell were we all talking about here in the first place? I got lost in my thoughts and wound up halfway down the street and came back.
Finley, you shouldn't be wandering.
It's this damn honeycomb, man. It's quite delicious, and you still got a little bit right there on your chin, Rin. On your chin, Rin.
Is it like that honeycomb from the Himalayas, which like caused people to like trip balls?
No.
I
mean, yes.
Okay. It's one of the fucking dragon descending upon the village. Remember when we ate the honeycomb?
Finley, we're trying to decide what to do next. We value your input.
Well, let's see. I was gone for about 10 minutes, so let me just kind of recap what I bet you everyone said. Card said, let's kill the bastard. That's not a bad idea, right? Rin said we should probably think things over, right? That's probably true. Strongbraid said something cool, like, and divine. And Lilash, who the fuck knows, because I really don't know what to believe of her anymore. No offense, Lilash, but you're kind of freaking me out now with your fairy tale contraptions. But probably something like my husband's dying, yada yada. So did I miss anything, or is that I'm pretty sure I caught myself up?
Perhaps the scratch said no. That's about
right.
It.
Yeah, that's probably about it. But I got to be quite honest. My thoughts on the subject really haven't changed. Before coming to this town, we knew nothing of deviant mayors and cultists taking over. And when it comes to saving a town of people, that's usually where my nose gets turned towards. So again, I mean, we can continue to have this conversation about waterfalls and tears and magical marshmallows, as I mentioned before, or we can get down to some real business and maybe try to do something that's of importance.
Very well. I'm sure Finley
I'm back to eating my honeycomb.
I'm sure Finley is
Stop eating that, Finley. It's hallucinogenic.
I'm sure he's wanting to stick as close as he can to Lilash, so I suppose that means he's going to vote to go to the falls with her. So, and I'm sure you just said to the falls, Strongbraid?
Don't split the party, guys.
Well, we're not splitting, Kurtz. We're deciding, and it seems the factors lead to the falls.
It seems the factors are split right down the middle.
All right, so let's just table talk it. What does everybody think the party should do? Let's start with Dylan.
I think that we need to find the mayor and kill him in his sleep. Because he's obviously at least, not maybe the leader of this cult, but he's at least like I said earlier, the head of the Hydra. Like, if you destroy that, maybe this whole neck will die.
Do you think a plan C?
I mean, I just think that freeing this village from the influence of a cult of any sort.
Do you think that's more immediate than the tears of the bandits?
I don't give a shit about her husband.
Okay.
Her husband is one man. The village is dozens and dozens of people that may need our help.
Okay. Ryan, what do you think?
Strongbraid, has been on Lilash's side from the start. He's kind of had to question her a little bit since they've arrived in Ramulat and all this extra stuff's kind of been dropped down on the table, but he brought everyone here to save her husband. So if what they need is the tears, and that is still what Lilash is after, then my main priority would be finishing this out, and then afterwards we can deal with the aftermath. If she's not worried about leaving her husband alone, and Devish is willing to watch after him and take the fleece with us and go after the water of the falls, Strongbraid is on board with that. And
Do you think the party altogether should go to the falls?
I tried to ask them.
What do you think? I'm just so everybody's on the same page of where everyone else wants to.
I think the party should not split, but
Okay.
Strongbraid is going to go with Lilash to the falls one way or another.
Okay. And AJ.
Yeah, Rin's going to just probably think that if everyone is leaning towards the falls, that he'll follow along with the falls. He tried to see if there was some way to try to kill two birds with one stone somewhat, but since most people seem to not want to leave Lilash by herself, he'll just hope that perhaps that maybe if they go as quick as they can, that the mayor might not kill or do something terrible for the fact that she chose that over the shipment.
Mm-hmm.
But he trusts, with that she knows best at this point.
Okay, and Kyle?
I mean, I don't know. I just think at this point we're I'm sticking with my guns here. I said before with Finley that this is a wild goose chase at this point. We at the time of accepting this mini quest of Lilash from the town before we're not doing anything else. Why not help someone in need? And now we come to find out that there's more to it, and there's more to this, and there's more to that, and yeah, it's just like, how deep does the rabbit hole go, especially if the first part of it didn't work in the first place? So, I mean, I don't know. He's not getting any deader, or maybe he is, but I'd rather steer our group's priorities more towards helping a town than helping one dude, but yeah, that's it.
So by helping the town, you want to do what?
I think a little bit more research into this would be probably a good place to start. Asking some locals about what they know about cults or chaos, or how they feel about the mayor. Kind of start your conversation small and see what else is out there in terms of other people who might have the same objective as we do. If Lilash is telling the truth about you don't know how deep this cult organization goes, that's fine. But I mean, if there's always a resistance, there's always someone fighting back against cults of chaos. Jesus, I mean, I would hope so at this point. So if they're really that bad and they're collecting artifacts of evil shit, you'd like to think that there's the cult of goodness out there trying to fight back. Maybe we could look for anyone in that ship instead of going after waterfall tears and pixie dust and shit.
Okay.
But that's where Finley be.
Okay.
I would like to roleplay this, honestly, DM.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to get everything out in the air.
Yeah. Curse will just kind of sort of close his hands and like, let's just discuss this somewhere out of the open. There's a lot of choices that we need to make. There's a lot of decisions we need to make. We'll bring the shopkeep with us.
Where do you propose we go?
And Gregora looks at you guys and is like, me?
You.
Looks at Lilash.
What if you don't want to come with us? I'm just gonna cut off your feet.
I would come with us. Like I said, he has some ankle problems, so I would just kind of do it.
Okay. He
It'll be
submits.
okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go, Kurtz? I mean, did you want to go into her shop, back at the
I
house?
think that Lilash's house is honestly the best place. It's secure. We know the area. There's the river, which will impede any long-term invasions. I don't know. This is something I don't deal with cults, Ren. I deal with armies and hundreds of men, not tens of men. If you have any better idea, if we want to take them out into the forest, we can take them out to the forest. If we want to take them back into the mountains, I just don't. We need to discuss this.
Well, if you wanted the most secure thing, take the husband with us. Have him on a stretcher, drag him up to the location we're going to.
Did we decide on killing the town?
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him eventually. Don't worry. That's what we're discussing. We're discussing if we're gonna go with Lilash to the falls to get the tears, or if we want to go in the dead of night and essentially assassinate the mayor. From what I understand.
Lilash, what is the mayor's house? Is it on the way back? Can you point it out?
He doesn't reside in the actual town.
Good.
Do you know where he resides?
You don't know.
Lilash, do you know?
She does. I don't think she knows.
Yeah.
You do know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't she know? Like, honestly, he's the fucking mayor. Like,
He doesn't live in the town. He lives outside of town. But there are still guards present.
How fortified is his estate?
I haven't looked at it from a strategic point of view.
is his home made of stone or wood?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Nick and burn.
Kurtz, don't forget, technically, when you're doing this, you are actually breaking the law. You will have more than just the legislation coming down on you from this town. You will be marked and targeted as a criminal across the continent.
Kurtz will smile and just kind of hug Rin close, like, "Oh, my friend, that's only if there's any survivors."
Well, since this is a very delicate topic, can we not discuss it out in the open? Let's go back to my house. I'll tell you everything I know. We can make the best informed decision we can, and we can go from there. But please, just not where other ears can hear us so easily.
Very well.
Sure thing, Trader McTraderface.
I know you say that with love, Chris.
I actually don't.
Yeah, I know.
It's pure seething hatred at this point.
So we're going back. We're going back to Lilash's then. Is that the plan for the evening?
Sounds like it.
We'll head there at least.
I grab some more honeycomb from that cart as we go.
Okay.
Some more.
You can use my silver I slid you.
Some more hot wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get drunk and discuss this.
Yeah.
Eat some honeycomb on the way back.
Honeyed wine.
Well, as soon as we get back to Lilash's, Strongbraid just books it up the stairs to see how her husband is doing.
Is he dead?
Drandolin!
You guys
What's
wanna
up, dude?
Start heading up that way on the map.
I don't remember how to get back there.
Just
honestly.
How you,
Up to the left, far to the right.
how you be, bro?
Goodness.
Is Gregor coming with you
He's
guys?
a giant!
Rin knows how to book it, and he books it.
Is Gregor
Oh my goodness,
coming?
what happened?
Kind of delete.
Kill her with fire!
She's a witch. Burn her. Look at the warts.
Sink her in the river.
Several people have called her that in chat already.
If she
A
floats,
witch? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
god.
we'll just drown her in the river, and if she floats, she's a duck.
I mean, it's sound logic.
It does. It's-
Which, yeah, that was in all caps like several times.
When the party
Wow.
is turned against her and not the rest of us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are the players, so it makes sense.
I just took Lilash's back again for the second time, and now we're like deliberating killing the town mayor. Like, make up your minds, you fucks.
I've already Me and Finley are all for that assassination plot. We're some shady motherfuckers. You guys don't know us.
I'm fine with it, but I asked Lilash what she wants.
You're
She wants to
fine with
go-
it. Wow.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with that. But I asked Lilash what she wants, which was the falls. Then I asked everyone else what they want, and nobody could definitively make up their minds. So
I
I
definitely.
said I think we should do a little bit more research on the town. We just got here, and on the same day, you know, we're finding out there's cults in town. I mean, if we're gonna do anything,
But that's still not our problem. If we get the tears, get the fleece, figure out what's going on with the husband, if we can sever the ties with Lilash and this cult, that's great.
Here's my problem, Strongbraid.
But our thing used
She's
to
lied
be
to us before, and now she's burned the only scroll with the text that we need to understand for her further instructions.
Well, I actually recorded that on myself, and she didn't necessarily burn it. The scroll did it itself.
Yes, I had nothing to do with it.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm a fighter. I don't know how that works.
Oh, well, I can easily explain it to you if you need me to, Kurtz. I can, guide you through the steps of how magic works.
Yeah, absolutely.
The basic
Kurtz.
scroll itself was enchanted, and the enchantment was based around a single person. It was designated for a single soul to open. If any one of us touched it, it would have incinerated in seconds, but she was the one who was supposed to open it, and once the message was delivered, it then removed itself.
Kurtz is just gonna once again light his pipe. And you don't think that's weird? That's odd? And now that we know that the mayor of this town is threatening her,
we're back in the house with Devish, right?
Yes.
So I'll just say plainly, Devish told me that the tears are important. Whether it's to the Shroud or to Lilash's husband. Kurtz, you've already admitted several times already that no matter how frivolous you think her goals and mission is, her beliefs, her hope, that you want to help her.
yes, but what I want to do is free this town as well as her from this cult before we go off and leave it unguarded. If these guards, if the city guard is
We can't
corrupt.
do that. We can't do that all at the same time. So we have to pick an order.
let me ask you a bit of a question, Lilash. This bandit camp, you said that they stole all your artifacts. You had to get it back to the guy, the mayor man, before he, gets all riggedy diggity or whatever his deal is. But in these falls, where exactly are all these things that we need to do if we're going to help you? There's a bandit camp here. There's a waterfall there. Like, where exactly is all this in location?
So the waterfall is about half a day's travel to the northeast. And then, according to what Gregor told me, which who knows how accurate it is,
He's still with us, right?
it's
Yeah.
directly north. The
I
bandit.
have a hatchet up to his feet, just like a cook's cleaver ready to slice a carrot. Just like
Kurtz, I promise you, he doesn't know anything. He's
you don't know that.
pathetic, really. No.
He can be pathetic without his toes.
I mean,
I walk over to this Agora guy, and I Kurtz, this will decide everything. And I close my eyes and I put my thumb on his forehead, and I do some hoobity boobity presentation like I'm casting some sort of spell on him. He seems to be telling the truth, friend. I think he's giving us all he knows.
Insight check.
Awesome.
I love it.
You're trying to do sleight of hand versus passive then, or what?
Your deception.
Which
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
doing
whole-
deception, Holmes.
Oh,
Deception versus insight.
We're all kind of sitting around Lilash's table, right?
Shit.
Ooh.
Shit.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dice are on my side tonight. I'll just take the hatchet back, friend.
If he had anything else to tell us, he would have told us already, especially with a hatchet to his face there. So, but I will say this in terms of possibly plotting out our next course of action together. I mean, if one's to the northeast and one's to the north, I mean, perhaps we can kill two birds with one stone here. And I think more of a logical approach would be the bandit camp first. But if you you're really all gung-ho on pixie dust and fairy tales, we can certainly traverse to the falls perhaps after the bandit camp, but that's just my humble, honest opinion.
Gregoro will pipe up and he'll say that if we do the bandit camp first and acquire the relic or the artifacts, we will have to carry them. Artifacts, I misspoke. We'll have to carry them to the falls. It might be a good idea to get the tiers first and then get the...
Sure. Whichever one's farther away, we'll go to that one first, and then we'll make our way backwards. How's that sound?
Well, so here's also the thing. I know where the tiers are. I can lead you there exactly and lead you back. But I don't know where the bandit camp is. It's not like they're going to advertise for it.
I'm pretty sure that's how most bandit camps work. They have big signs out.
Bandit camp here. They leave maps with X's. Yeah.
Like the green bandanas with the skulls and got big signs up. Well, it should be easy enough to find.
That's how we found the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were signs up as we approached.
And then we killed everyone. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best thing I could probably offer is I can try to have Orion go up on, see what he can see in the sky.
It's going to be quite a distance from here.
Oh, well, then.
I mean, you can try.
It's clear that it's clear to me that the mayor of this town is just exploiting the people here.
About the mayor and the cult. So I mentioned this before. The cult is not just in this city. It's all over the world.
Yes, we've heard you, Lilash. That's fine.
We killed them.
But we're involved already. You are involved. They've seen us. We are involved. So, whether we take this mayor's head off today or tomorrow, there's going to be aftermath, no matter what. When we leave Brandilak, the cult of chaos, whatever that may be, knows of us already. We've already chosen to help you. We are here. It doesn't matter. We can go to the falls and get the tiers. If it's not far, if you can lead us there and back, then that's what we should do. The cult can wait. The cult has been waiting. Maybe they've been waiting a long time, or maybe they haven't. It doesn't matter. They will fall.
Devis is going to recommend, because it's so late, and because you guys have been using abilities and spells and stuff, that maybe it would be best for everyone to sleep here for the night and set off early in the morning, whichever way you guys want to go.
We weren't able to play tonight, but yeah, we're gonna take a long rest anyway.
The only time you might not be taking a rest right now is if you wish to do this dirty business. You'll be best doing it at night.
Unless you guys want to, yeah, it's just his recommendation. You guys do whatever you want.
Curse will just look to the party. You've trusted her twice. She's lied to us twice. If you want to trust her again, that's up to you. But this time, if she lies to us, she's mine.
That's fair.
I've already said that.
I know you've said that.
I've already asked you, Kurtz, if you want to kill this mayor tonight. We should have done it already. His head should be laying at your feet, with a pool of blood painting the streets of Brandilak.
Kurtz will walk up to Strongray, put both hands on his shoulders, and say, "Yes, but I need your help."
I will help you. Let's do it now.
Then let's kill this man. I just swayed the party. Fuck y'all. Yeah, so actually what's
Strongbraid pulls his greatsword from his back. And he kind of puts his hand... His blade's like 2 feet longer than he is.
Mm-hmm.
He reaches his hand up to the top of his sword as he's holding it. And he traces it down the length of the wide blade. As he goes over the runes, he says, the sword says redemption. And at the end, at the bottom of the hill, there's a little symbol. It's a smith's hammer in the center of a heart. He'll rub his thumb over the top of it. This town is in need of redemption, and I think I've met just the man to give it.
Gertz will grab him underneath the shoulder and bring him to his knees and just kind of give him a warrior handshake. Vengeance and redemption are close brothers.
Bryn is standing next to Finley going, God, this is a nightmare.
And after...
And Rin says, and Finley says to Rin, what the fuck was in that honey that guy gave us?
Rin's just gonna go down to and go, I don't know the fuck is going on with the fucking
These guys are out of their fucking mind.
And after we bring after we bring redemption to Brandy Leg, we go and fetch the tears of the Odyssey. Lilash's husband, Drandalin, as well. We will have dug our heels in far deeper than Lilash ever has.
Gertz will just
And I'm happy
tap the side of his head. Welcome
I'm
to have
happy.
you on board, my friend.
I'm happy that I'm standing beside somebody that's so willing to smear the blood of their enemies.
Gertz will just smile. It's like the old philosopher said, come me first, come me last, it is but death who comes at last.
Bryn's gonna lean over to Finley. So you think you were gonna help them with the murderer, or you wouldn't even
Wow! I did not realize that Rin was so good at half.
His dialect is pretty good.
He's got the accent and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty on point.
It's like when you try to speak German to a German person, like, oh wow, we have a southern accent. Like, alright.
Sure I do. A southern accent.
So are you guys?
What do you think, Finley?
So what do you guys want to do? Are you guys wanting to rest then, or do whatever you're gonna do now?
How long would a rest have to be?
8 hours.
8 hours? Yeah.
8 hours minimum?
Unless you
Would
want to do
we-
a short rest. If you want
would
a long
we-
rest,
What time is it now?
it's past nightfall now.
Past nightfall.
We don't rest. We cleanse.
You can do a short rest, but you're not really gonna regain anything. You guys haven't lost
Yeah,
any hit points.
I'm honestly the best person for a short rest right now.
Short rest is for using hit die,
Yeah, I mean.
but
I'm
you guys
fine.
didn't take any damage, so the benefits would be the long rest with you guys getting all
If-
those spell slots back.
If we take a long rest, will we be able to do it at like the ass crack of dawn?
Yeah, you can leave very early in the morning. Yeah.
Well, I'm fine on spell slots. Finley's the only one who's cast a single thing.
Finley and Strong
no,
Blade
I
have.
have one left. I have a spell slot left.
It's up to you
If
guys.
we
I'm not
can-
saying you have to. I'm
Well,
just.
here's the thing for the party. If we get him at the like crack of dawn, he's probably gonna be asleep, and I think that's the best time to try and strike.
I think y'all are walking into your own graves if you're just going to go up to some mayor's house with a Colt and not research into any sort of guard patrols or just, you can't just walk right up to a man's house and cut him down while he's sleeping. I mean, if anything, this is more of a calculated, researched, intellectual, systematic approach. We can do all of these things, and I'm totally down for it because if we take out, I'm not opposed to taking out the mayor, but doing it tonight, it just doesn't make any sense to just frolic up to his home and just try to do anything. If
Kirk-
anything,
Yeah,
we
no.
we have a plan of action where we could go to the falls, satisfy this fairy tale that it's probably not going to work. I think we can all agree on
Okay,
that.
you guys have to stop changing your mind.
We
Here's
can
the
go.
thing.
To the falls.
I'm speaking halfling now.
Here's the thing. I do
We
not.
can go to the falls.
my
We can go to the falls. We can go to the bandits, and then we can kill your mayor. by
No,
doing-
because they'll kill her husband. Here's the thing. Here's what Kurtz believes. I don't think we should leave Lilash and her husband alone in the town for any given period of time while Kane is still active. But I do think that Finley has a point. We can't just like stroll up to his house, pretend there's no guards.
Rin just kind of does a, oh god, right into this.
So
If
I
you
think,
want-
shut up.
Oh, I have a way of helping, but all right.
How? How, my wizard friend?
I do not need to rest for 8 hours. That is something that is more for your kind. I am able to regenerate after 4. After 4 hours, I can easily walk over to the destination with Orion. I can have him scout the place, spend a few hours looking around, giving an assessment for it, even maybe having the owl find a way in. If the owl can maybe perhaps go down a chimney smoke or an open window, he can maybe survey the entire layout, and then I can report back to you in the morning when you are awake and fresh. That way you will have some kind of means of knowing the layout, the potential threats, and any other particular things you might find useful before you embark on this.
That's a good plan, my friend. And if you only need to sleep 4 hours, we can still strike in the early hours of the morning.
Sleep is a term you use. I don't sleep.
Oh, well, you're also not human. I
That I'm not.
apologize for that.
But if you'd like, I can do that.
Are the rest of you okay with this plan? Because we can go to the fountains if that's what the rest of you wish. But I do not feel comfortable leaving Lilash and her husband here with one man to guard them. I'm sorry, Devis, but you are just one man.
If you
Lilash-
guys insist,
Lilash
I
was
can
me.
come. My only thing is, I will keep the fleece with me. So if I come with you, it will not stay here with Drendelin.
And then
I'm
Drendelin
okay with
dies
going with you.
at the
I
feet
am
of an
very
assassin.
intrigued in finding out about these tears. I mean, if they do what the scroll says,
The sash alone, the fleece alone is not helping Drendelin. We need the tears to complete whatever ritual.
right? Okay.
Might bring him back. We haven't needed. We could have left Drendelin alone this whole time.
Right. So
With
Devis
that-
will
We could be
take-
halfway to the falls by now.
Drendelin hasn't been threatened before
We
tonight.
could be 3/4 into a combat encounter by
So
Then if
Devis
Drendelin dies, Drendelin dies.
Devis
That is
takes
not my
the
concern.
fleece off of Drendelin and rolls it into his bag, and he says that he would like to go to the falls.
We will deal with Cain once we come back from the falls. And if this man is dead when we return, well, be it on your heads.
I mean, in all fairness, the guy was here for how long by himself? I mean, what's another day or two? And again, it wasn't getting any better. No offense, Lilash. I know I'm saying this all out loud while you're sitting here in the room, but I mean,
I think
that's just
Lilash
that's just my 2 cents on it.
well aware of the stakes at hand. She knows more about what's going on in Brindalak and with her husband than we do. And she's been quite clear about her main goal this whole time. So,
As she.
yes.
Lilash, how much do you trust your assistant here?
Gregora?
Yes.
He's an idiot, but
Is he a part of the cult?
I'll cut off his fingers
No.
if you'd like.
Is he a part of the cult?
Technically, yes, but he's below even me.
Would
Like
he
I said,
report
he
on
has-
any misgivings that you are about to do right now? Because we have just been talking about killing your leader, and if we leave him unattended, he could warn him.
He turns to everybody and tries to reassure you guys. My faithfulness is to Lilash.
What
I
if I
hope
just
to
cut
one
out
day
his-
take over the satchel, and that's my dream.
I'm sorry, the satchel.
That's her store.
The name of
the
Lilash
mystic
is
satchel.
Shadow.
Ah.
Yeah.
What if I just cut out his tongue?
I
Would that
like how he's like, no, I didn't do shit. You guys can do what you want.
If I
Well,
cut
do
out
Do what
his
she tells
tongue,
me.
if I cut out his tongue, he won't be able to rat on us. It's
That-
fine. It'll work.
Be a bit
Devis,
suspicious,
back
though.
the fleece.
He can still write.
In the
I
morning
am just
we-
referring to the fact that if we head off to the falls, you might not want to leave him here unattended.
Gregora,
Yes.
look at me. If you tell anyone at all, where we've gone, If you tell anyone what we're up to, what you've heard, what you think you've heard, anything, I will let Kurtz do whatever he wants to do.
I will help with this intimidation check.
He bends over, and no, not that kind of bend over. And he fiddles with his pant leg, and he releases.
Weapon.
No, he releases this metallic ring, and he hands it to Lilash, and he says, "I pledge all my loyalty to you on this ring." Did you guys hear her?
No, I don't hear her. I don't trust this at all.
Did he just take off a girdle or something?
It was around his ankle. There was a little metal clasp around his ankle.
Okay. What is that?
You don't. I mean, you can do a history check if you.
Yeah,
want.
what is that?
Oh, well, all right. Yeah, sure. I was just asking him blatantly, what is that?
Tell us, Ren.
Yeah. Ren tells you crap.
We're all fucking stupid when it comes to that shit.
You are unfamiliar, yeah.
Can I?
A Lilash.
Would I be able to do an Arcana check?
It's not really Arcana, but you can try, yeah. Yeah. There's nothing really magical. It's more of a heritage symbolatry.
Lilash, what is the significance of this gesture?
It's how people.
Lilash, what is the significance of this gesture?
Yeah, Lilash, not Sean.
No, I don't like anyone. Tell him.
Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
We're actually going to end the session right there.
Oh, wow, early.
So, thank you everyone for joining in on watching us, and we will definitely be back here next week.
Absolutely. Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for the support.
Thank you.
And you can.